perfectly positioned. We can actually combine this with what we have so far. Let's create a merge. And let's merge these two together. So I'm merging the output of the hammerhead with the runes, and we get this. Still need some normals, as usual. And we get this. So it looks great. We might give it a bit more depth or a bit more thickness to the runes. There's an operator here where we did the first extrude, and we can give it a bit more of an extrude, maybe 0.03 or maybe 0.025, and we can also scale it a bit up, maybe 0.11. Yeah, this seems a better fit. Great. Everything is looking great on this side. Let's check it out on the other side. So on the other side, we have a problem. The up vector is facing exactly on the same direction as this vector. Let's check our vectors again. I'm gonna hold Control, middle mouse button, click on the up vector. And as you can see, both this one and that one have the up vector facing the same direction. And we would need those to actually be facing the other side. Okay, this should all be switching. And I say that because on this side, we have the runes with this shape. And on that side, we should have the runes with that shape. Right now, as they are, they're showing like this. So how can we switch the rotation or the sides of this to this side? It's actually pretty simple. Right now, we're calculating this yellow vector, the up vector, based on the normal that we have and this vector, which is x1. Okay, a positive, the temporary vector is going to be x1. If we were calculating this with the opposite vector, it's going to give us kind of the same orientation but towards the other side. And that's what we need to do. So these we know are working properly, but on the other side we need to switch the 1 on the x coordinate to -1. Pretty easy to do. Let's just make sure. I'm going to disable. Another way of disabling the visualizers is here. I'm going to disable this as well. And the points. Just making sure it's correct. So this side is correct. And that side is not correct. What's the main difference between both sides? The main difference is that here on this side, we have negative x values. So that's positive x, negative x. So we can use that as a condition to differentiate between one vector and another vector. So I'm gonna actually just grab this vector, Control C or Control X. Let's remove all of this. And let's say if the position coordinate x is below 0, which is the case on this side, then let's create something is going to happen. And if it's not, then something else is going to happen. So we know here this was working perfectly with this vector. If we're working on points that do not have an x coordinate below 0, we're going to use exactly the same line, but just going to change the direction of the auxiliary vector to -1. And now you'll see that the runes are facing on the proper direction. And if we have a look at the vectors that we have right now, let me turn them on again. you'll see that now there is that rotation towards one side, and on the other end, they're rotating the other side. Okay, we have this going there and this going here. And that way we'll have that orientation of the runes happening on one side and the other orientation of the runes happening on the other side. And when we merge everything together, we finally have our complete hammerhead with runes and all. Nice. So we finished the first piece of the puzzle, or the first piece of the hammer. So on the next chapter, we're going to see how we can model the handle with all those nice details as well.